Your job's gonna be like a never-ending to-do list. I remember one of my mentors telling me this. So what did I do next? Book the cheapest flights out of DFW. And that just so happened to be an amazing trip to Arches and Canyonlands National Park. Currently in Utah, as you can see with the mountains, and somehow I happen to stumble upon Iqaluit each time, in each place that I go to. After having a very delicious lunch, I continued for 3.5 hours southbound until I reached Moab, a little town right next to the national parks. A couple of technical difficulties, but made it to Moab. Look at that. So good. As I drove into Moab, I lost cell signal and didn't download the offline map, so I was kind of just wandering around, seeing places that I thought would look good. Finally made it to my first solo national park trip, Canyonlands, number 1. Second one's gonna be Arches tomorrow. Right now, I'm gonna find places that look good, sit and stare. That's the whole point of today. Alright, stop number 1 or 2 is Schaefer Canyon Viewpoint. There you go, this is the whole place. Studying the anatomy of a canyon. I'm kidding. This, as long as it looks cool, I guess. No, this is just a me thing, but the thing there looks like a monkey. So this one is supposed to be a pretty sick, famous trail. It's also not that long, which means it's perfect. The original plan was to do this closer to sunset, but I don't think I've ever stuck to my plan for the entirety of this trip so far, so okay. After getting a little bit lost, there it is. That thing's the arch in this place. I will take a picture of that later, but now this looks good. This will be my last realistic thing to do for the day, other than food, and it's Grand Viewpoint Overlook. I just gotta say, this has by far been the best thing that I've seen all day. Like a rock to sit at, and now I'm gonna chill for a little bit. As I got closer to sunset, there were a lot more people that showed up at that place. It kind of ruined the serenity, although, understandably there's people there. So I drove away from it in hopes of finding another sunset spot, and that is exactly what I stumbled upon. I've made it to the hotel. It's about like 9 p.m. I still need to get dinner. But look at this, I'm paying $90 a night for this. This place is fucking massive. You got 2 queen beds and a couch with like things that more people can sleep on. You can chill and you can watch TV and actually work on a separate place, which I don't know what you would do for a vacation, but thank you. Shoe changing thing. It's got an entire closet and all of that stuff. What in the... A quick dinner later, it was time for bed. Good morning. Mission for today is a little bit different. Sunrise hike at Delegate Arch. The day started with a 30-minute drive to Arches National Park, where I'll be doing the Delegate Arch Trail to start with. I heard this is really good to do, especially during sunrise. I'm not going to listen to any music while I do this, and it's just going to be gravel noise. It's absolutely beautiful. Rain made it a little bit more exciting. I was expecting a basic walk on the way back, but the rain was kind of nice. Not gonna lie. I will say, if you're planning to do this hike, do it in the morning, like sunrise hike. Just for context, the bird is huge. I'll be honest, no good reason I stopped here except that it looks good and the view is pretty sick. Next, I stopped by Devil's Garden Trail. I didn't get to walk through all of this because of time constraints, so I decided to stop by Landscape Arch and just take in the views. Next viewpoint is that of Balanced Rock. It is a balanced rock. Cool. Giving an overview of what we did, stayed here, went here yesterday, here today, going here after this, and then bounce that way. This might or might not work the way I wanted to. There is a camping area, like a picnic place, and I have lunch that, even though I asked to have it in the shop, stopped at a cafe for breakfast. For some reason they just packed it and gave it to me, so I guess I'm eating outside now. Stopped for gas in the last leg. Now we're headed back to Salt Lake City. There for the next 2 days. Completely separate note. It's 1:40-ish, and it just started raining, and it's gonna rain the entirety of the day. So I selected a good time to leave. Nice. First drop off is done. Now I take an Uber to the Airbnb. Gonna be there for 2 days and work remotely. The next 2 days were spent in Salt Lake City, where I roamed around the place, tried to explore downtown, and also wanted to go on a hike, but didn't do that because I was low-key tired. It was already time to head back, so I headed to the airport, took the flight back, and honestly, these kind of trips are really fun. I'm getting more comfortable with solo travel, and it's one of my goals to visit all 50 states by the end of 2026, so let's hope we can make that happen. In all seriousness, this is probably going to be the only shot where I leave my phone somewhere.